Hey guys, what's up? I'm Sadaf, and in today's video I will be talking a little bit about my struggles as an introvert, especially in the social life. So the other day I was out with a few friends of mine and we spent the entire Saturday together. And even though it was the kind of place where I would have loved to be because there was nothing like it wasn't taking my energy away from me. Despite that, when I came back, I felt like I really missed spending the weekend with myself. And only I can understand that because when I have been spending most of my weekends by myself, just with half a day of doing some activity with a friend, but nothing more than that. It was always like half a day. When I say half a day, it is like 3 hours maximum, not more than that. And now this time it was an entire day, and I felt like my weekend was I so missed being by myself. And when I came back, I felt like so much of my time was gone into this activity. I wanted to share this with you because as an introvert, there are certain things that are so special and unique that no one else can understand that, and you really need time to recharge by yourself. And that's why it becomes sometimes a little complicated to keep your social life as well as you would like it to be. Like, also be social, but at the same time not be away from you, if you get what I mean. So this has always been the case, and even though certain times I have made the effort of going out to sometimes just to try to be normal, because you feel like there is something wrong with you because you want to stay by yourself and everyone else is going out, so you should also, it feels like that is such a normal thing to do. But in reality, I have felt that it really takes my energy away from me, and as an introvert, I have really made the effort of finding my balance with myself. And now I would like to share a few tips with you, because I know that many of us struggle with it, and especially with normalizing this thing. It is as if there is something wrong with us. So the first thing that I have done is to really get to understand what being an introvert actually means. So an introvert is someone who really needs alone time to recharge their battery. And instead of being, when you are in a crowd or even when you are on your day at work, you have a tendency to feel exhausted, to feel like your energy is being drained simply because by being around other people. So I have researched a little bit on this topic, and now I have really come to accept the fact that I am an introvert, and I really like being this way. To be very honest, it's not even something that I personally suffer from, but I think that when people look at you and they talk to you, or when you are having a conversation with them and you don't necessarily have a weekend entirely planned, because you plan to be by yourself and spend time, which is quality time with yourself, you start feeling like there is something wrong with you. So in the past, I have felt that a lot, and now I have really come to accept that I like doing things by myself, and I like being by myself, and I really enjoy that time. I'm like more than 100%. I'm very, very happy during that time. And it has also allowed me to learn a lot, to do things that really matter to my heart, and learning is very important to me. I don't understand when people spend so much money on their activities and on their leisures and all such activities, such things, simply on entertainment, and they don't invest money in themselves simply because they don't have money, or just that excuse. I don't see what is behind it, because personally, even though I would definitely invest much more in myself than I do in any other activity. So I love now learning, following programs and doing things that really bring me happiness. So that's mostly about reading books, also meeting people who are close to my heart, who understand what I mean, what I say, with whom I manage to connect without having to be some different kind of person. Now that I have understood the way I function and I have gotten to know myself better, another thing that I have had to work on is to not care what people think about me or what they say of me, and as a sensitive person, that used to mean a lot to me. And actually not just as a sensitive person, but even the way we are raised in certain cultures. And since I am from Pakistani culture, and it was a very certain kind of like, it is so much more about what others want you to be than being what you yourself want yourself to be. And that's how it's been. So I have had to work really hard on this one, not to care what other people think. And yes, but I'm so glad, and I find it so liberating that I'm finally able to do things that matter to me, that bring me happiness. And honestly, when you are on this path, you manage also to meet people who are aligned with you, and you also manage to filter all the people that you actually don't even need in your life in the first place. So it's been a tough journey to make this transition, but today it's such a nice place to be, to finally be able to be myself and do activities that I enjoy and spend time by myself and do all kinds of different things. So that being said, the last thing that I would still like to add is that it is very important to keep challenging yourself. And that means growing as a person, because as an introvert, sometimes doing the same activities makes it extremely monotonous, and that may make you feel like it's the same pace of life and there is nothing growing or improving, whereas the extroverts have a lot more experiences of life. They get to experience so many more things than we introverts do, because honestly I can live in my home the entire life because I love being here. I love being in this place, so I don't need to move from here, even though I like to travel as well. But honestly, the other day I was talking to people, and I can't understand people who can stay away from their home for 2-3 weeks. I can't really stay away from my home for that long. Even though I can manage to, of course I can manage to find my balance, I'm not really very comfortable doing that kind of a thing. But as an introvert, it's very important also to keep challenging yourself so that you see your own growth. You see that you are moving forward somewhere. You are not in the same place where you were last year or the year before. So it's very important also to find little challenges. Like for me right now, it is this YouTube challenge, and I am really liking it. At the same time, it is something that brings a lot of anxiety certain times. I don't manage to film all the videos the first time and then just go with the same thing. Here is some hair coming out. But yes, that's about it. So all those challenges that you do, either that is to learning to speak in public, or do other activities like sports, whether it is related to sports, fitness, or whether it is related to the way you eat, your nutrition, or just programs and books, like joining a book club or doing other programs that help you become a better person, learn and grow as a person, because that is very important, and I really attach a lot of importance to that. So yeah, that's about it. I hope that this video has been helpful to some of you at least, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.